Today we're building the color cube, so if you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like and a comment down below, and let's jump into the build. Hello everyone, Auvbri here, and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Now today we are building atop a penthouse in the art district in San Myshuno. It's not the biggest build, and as you can see, it's winter time here in my Sims game. I know that I probably could have just changed the season. I know there is a cheat for it, but I really did like the overall aesthetic of the town and how the snowflakes looked and all that kind of good stuff. So I just decided to keep it. Now you might be wondering, why is this called the color cube? I had this picture on my computer for a very long time, and I just simply didn't know what to do about it. And I decided to just go ahead and build exactly what I felt it should look like. So it was this box that had different types of colors on it, but there wasn't too many windows on it, and I decided to try and replicate that, but still kind of make it feel fresh and my own. So I used this base with a lot of black windows, two different type of windows here. So they're the same size, but we have windows that are kind of like more of a architectural feature, and then we have the big open windows, and I thought they looked really good together. It helped also break up the build a bit, so it just didn't feel like a box with windows on it, and I needed that to really come through, seeing that it's basically what it is. It's a box with windows in different colors, but I think that you guys will see it in the screenshots in the end as well, that I really dig how this looks, especially at night. So I decided to take the screenshots at nighttime instead, so we would still have the snowstorm, and so that you could really see the bright colors that I used for the outside come through. So we just built the outside entrance where I decided to put the elevator. Now I didn't want to have the elevator be part of this build, and one thing that I actually decided to do was also not have the biggest garden. You're gonna see it in the end, me trying to fiddle around with the garden area, but I decided to just keep it very minimum, so it wouldn't take away from the features of the house here. Now upstairs we have a big open space, and I did this deliberately because I wanted to you know, feel like it was just a big open space. So there's only actually one closed off room in this build, and that is the bathroom. Now you might be wondering, okay, so what is this room that we have that you can kind of see in the top here? That is going to be the walk-in closet, and in the end of it, there's going to be an entrance into it. So it's still actually, I would consider, a open room. So there's only actually one door into a room in this build, and that is to the bathroom, which is located downstairs. So we have the upstairs here, which is going to act as one big bedroom, and then we have the downstairs, which is kitchen, bathroom, dining room area, and living room space. And that's kind of it. I mean, it's not the biggest build, and I wanted to not take away from the fact that it is just a cube. It's just a box with color choices in it. So when I was doing this, the interior, I was trying to figure out, okay, so how can I bring the colors from the outside into this build? And the best way for me to do that was just to simply mimic the outside color. So exactly the place where the outside color would be, as you can kind of see here, with the bright blue, I just transferred that into the build. And my whole idea behind this was to kind of have those sections of the build that is colored with a bright color be that part of the wall all the way through. So it's not like you have stone wall on one side and maybe a wallpaper on the other. This would be the color all the way through. And it's an idea I actually got from watching a show I saw on Netflix. I'm not sure if, because I do know that Netflix is different in every country. So, for example, there's some shows that we have on Danish Netflix that might not be in American Netflix. But there was this show called Grand Designs, I believe. And it was a pair of artists that created their home using unconventional building materials like PVC plastic, I believe, for the exterior. And I really loved that idea because they brought in so many colors with that build, and I just thought it looked so cool. And that's when I got the idea for this build and the interior, so I just had to build it. So yeah, and as you can see, again, the bright yellow brought that in as well. And just overall really trying to keep with the color scheme of the outside and bring that inside. I have something very exciting to tell you guys. So last time Sim Guru Kate posted on her Twitter page. If you don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. It's Auvbri, and I'm trying to be a lot more vocal and use Twitter a lot more to interact with you guys as well. So go follow me there. Link in the description down below. But Sim Guru Kate, that was a hard word to say. Sometimes posts when they are searching for new game changers or opening up applications and that sort of stuff. Last time I saw it way too late, so the applications were closed and I did not get to be a part of the game changers program that EA have. So I'm not one of those people who get to go, for example, to London, where they just showed off Get Famous to their game changers and let them play with the terrain tools and all that kind of stuff. And I would love to do that, to be part of the Game Changer program, because I love interacting with you guys and I just love this game so much. I feel like this is more than just a hobby to me. It's, I don't want to say lifestyle, but that's just too corny, but it kind of is. I mean, this is what I do. I literally came home from work last night at 10:30, like almost 10 o'clock last night from work, and I sat down to build this build because I had this idea in my head. And I feel like Game Changers would help me grow this channel and let me be a part of the community and help make the game better and, you know, get ideas through, like the terrain tools. I know that's something that other game changers have been pushing for a very long time, and I would really love to be a part of that. So I'm hoping this time around that they choose me to be a part of the Game Changer program, because that is a little dream of mine. To be part of that. So yeah, that was just a little banter. While I've been babbling on, we have done the kitchen here. It's a fairly nice sized kitchen. I really like it. I'm going to change the countertops in a bit, but again, here you can see that I tried to bring in the same idea from the upstairs to the downstairs area, where we're kind of bringing in the color from the outside to the inside. Here we go. I'm changing the countertops to a more new muted black gray tones, just because it was getting a bit too overpowering for me with all those colors and stuff. So I just wanted to mute it a bit, and having that bright wallpaper on the back of the kitchen also helped out immensely, bringing this piece together. And then I decided to build the fake dining area along the wall using shelving units, which was an idea I got from a fellow sim builder. And I thought that was a really cool idea, so I decided to implement that, going into the dining room area, which is where your sim will actually be eating, because I do think that those chairs with the shelves are not going to be workable at all. So they don't actually work. I just wanted to, to have that idea because I thought it looked very nice. And some chairs, and then I think we're going to go into the bathroom. And I decided to show you guys the bathroom this time around. Now this bathroom is a bit more muted than the other rooms in this house. The reason for that is I wanted to have a place that weren't so busy all the time. And I feel like a nice place to relax in a tub like here with fairly standard muted colors would be a nice place to be. Seeing that this house do seem very busy in the color scheme all throughout the build. So I wanted to just have a very muted, quiet bathroom here. I do throw in some splash of color, but it's mostly just grays, some neutral looking brown colors, and a nice colored bathroom rug, I believe I'm going to throw in a little bit. Here I was looking for a washer and dryer combo. For some reason I always have trouble finding those. I don't know why, and I know how to find them, but it's just they're not under the bathroom section, which is where in my head I would think that a washer dryer combo or just a washer would be. But yeah, that's just not the case, and I don't really get that. But I mean, it's just a game design, and I always have trouble finding those, so yeah, it's just something we have to live with. Moving into the living room here, and again you can see that this is just a big urban space, and I tried to section everything off and still keeping everything super modern looking, so having this modern high-end look but still keeping it playful throughout the whole build was really important to me, seeing that that this is a build with lots of color, and I wanted to have some of the furniture like here in the living room just be a bit more muted, so everything wouldn't seem so busy all the time. And I threw in a nice big like zebra styled rug, and of course a Christmas tree, because it was almost Christmas time in Build a Sims life, so I just decided to throw that in. Now the snow was actually really annoying at this point because I had to make a pathway to the entrances, and I could not for the life of me see what I was doing, so I had to put in fake roofs and overhangs and stuff like that so I could actually see where stuff was going. But as I said in the beginning as well, this is not going to be the most exciting outdoor part. It's mostly the focus of the build that I wanted, so the outdoor is very muted. But we're gonna jump into screenshots here in just a second, and just finishing up some last stuff here. So here we have the inside, starting with the kitchen area. and I think this looks very nice. Now these pictures are taken at night time, so they might seem a bit more dark and gloomy, but I promise you in the daytime it's very, very bright and nice to look at. And this is taking in the middle of my sim night cycle, so just keep that in mind. Remember, if you want to get this build, it is on the gallery right now. I know a lot of people have trouble with the gallery, including me. I don't seem to be able to find myself if I search Auvbri, but yeah, check it out. Try searching Auvbri or hashtag Auvbri and see if you can't find me. Otherwise, I would urge you to try and contact EA. I'm doing that all the time, so yeah, that's really all I can say. Just the last screenshots from above here, as we jump into the outside in just a little bit, but just the overall layout. And from nighttime, I love this shot. And from the other side here in just a second, I love how this turned out. I mean, the color scheme is just, it's like a very nice bright color, especially at night. So yeah, remember, if you enjoyed this build, why not leave it a like and a subscribe and a comment down below, and check out some of my other stuff. You might find something you enjoy. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. There's nothing else for me to say other than having truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time.